corporate governance refers to the system of rules, practices, and processes by which a company is directed and controlled. It involves balancing the interests of a company's many stakeholders, such as shareholders, management, customers, suppliers, financiers, government, and the community. Good corporate governance is important for a company because it can help to ensure that the company is run in a way that is ethical, responsible, and sustainable. This, in turn, can help to build trust and confidence among stakeholders, and can ultimately lead to better performance and long-term success. Corporate governance typically includes a number of key elements, such as Board of Directors. The board is responsible for setting the overall direction of the company and ensuring that it is being run in the best interests of shareholders. They provide oversight and guidance to management and may be involved in making key decisions such as mergers and acquisitions. Executive Management. The management team is responsible for day-to-day operations of the company, implementing the strategy set out by the board, and reporting on performance to the board and shareholders. Shareholder rights. Shareholders have the right to vote on key issues such as the election of directors, the approval of major transactions, and changes to the company's articles of association. Disclosure and transparency. Companies are required to provide timely and accurate information about their financial performance, operations, and governance practices to shareholders, regulators, and the public. Ethical behavior. Companies are expected to conduct themselves in an ethical and responsible manner, with a focus on social and environmental responsibility, as well as financial performance. Accountability. Companies are accountable to their shareholders, as well as to other stakeholders, such as employees, customers, and the wider community. This means that they are responsible for their actions and the impact they have on others. Overall, corporate governance is about creating a system of checks and balances to ensure that a company is being run in the best interests of all stakeholders, and that it is being held accountable for its actions. Good governance can help to build trust and confidence, and ultimately lead to better long-term performance and success. Examples. Here are some examples of corporate governance in action. Board of Directors. The board of directors of a company is responsible for setting the overall strategy and direction of the company. They may also be involved in making key decisions, such as approving major investments or acquisitions. For example, the board of directors of a technology company might decide to invest in a new product line or acquire a smaller company to expand their offerings. Executive Management. The executive management team is responsible for implementing the strategy set out by the board of directors and overseeing day-to-day operations. They may also be responsible for making key decisions, such as hiring or firing employees or negotiating contracts with suppliers. For example, the executive management team of a retail company might decide to launch a new marketing campaign or negotiate with suppliers to reduce costs. Shareholder rights. Shareholders have the right to vote on key issues such as the election of directors, the approval of major transactions, and changes to the company's articles of association. For example, shareholders of a pharmaceutical company might vote on a proposed merger with another company or a change to the company's dividend policy. Disclosure and transparency. Companies are required to provide timely and accurate information about their financial performance, operations, and governance practices to shareholders, regulators, and the public. For example, a publicly traded company might issue quarterly financial reports or hold regular investor conference calls to update shareholders on the company's performance. Ethical behavior. Companies are expected to conduct themselves in an ethical and responsible manner, with a focus on social and environmental responsibility, as well as financial performance. For example, a company might implement a code of conduct to ensure that employees are behaving ethically and are aware of their responsibilities to the company and its stakeholders. Accountability. Companies are accountable to their shareholders, as well as to other stakeholders, such as employees, customers, and the wider community. For example, a company might engage in corporate social responsibility activities, such as donating to local charities or implementing sustainable business practices, to demonstrate their accountability to the wider community.